Perfect. Okay. All my windows are open. Okay. I think we're ready. So today we're going to start on phase 2 of our roadmap. And this is where your business kind of shifts from that planning mode to momentum. So expectation for before we dive in is for the next 30 days, your goal is to show up consistently on one platform. Unless you're already posting consistently somewhere, then don't worry about it. But when you're first starting out, I want you to concentrate on posting on just one platform until you get that consistency. Because consistency earns expansion. Not motivation, not hype. You want that consistency. And quite often when people are trying to grow on multiple platforms before mastering one, they get burnt out and just stop. So they lose that consistency altogether. So today we're just going to talk about choosing the one platform where you will show up consistently. So we've talked about this already a few times, but when somebody says your content needs more energy, they don't necessarily mean be louder, bigger, or more entertaining. Your energy just means more connection. So to your message, to your platform, and to the way you naturally express yourself. So once again, once you know your who and your what, this will still play into your platform because everyone behaves a little bit differently. If you choose your platform or content style that drains you, your audience is going to feel that. So if you're not on the right platform, your audience is going to feel it too, and you're not going to get that momentum. So today, again, we're going to find that platform where your energy is going to feel the most natural. Yeah, and often beginners will think energy equals that extrovertness, and that's not necessarily the case. They just want to know it's you and your sincerity, and that will come through if you're being you and if you're in a place where you can resonate. Okay, so again, we've gotten clear on who. We know what problem we're solving for those people. And we know the transformation now that we're going to deliver to those people from the last few weeks. We've got your link created. So now we need to get that link seen. So where is your audience actually going to find you? Just because you have a link doesn't mean they're going to naturally show up and be able to find you. So this phase again is about choosing that platform so you can get out there, so you can create your content rhythm and build momentum for 30 days straight. So again, don't forget, you're not starting from zero. We have that clarity that we've built. Okay, so let's talk about the platforms. So Facebook. Facebook is a conversation platform. It's warm, relational, story-driven. Quite often, this is where your warm audience is already coming from. So it's most appealing to people who like community, not necessarily that performance. Some of its strengths. So it's great for beginners. It usually has easy engagement because you can ask for those comments, ask for the call to action. And people are familiar with it already. It encourages longer storytelling. And groups create warm communities. So when you start adding groups and stuff to your Facebook and start posting in those groups, people start to get to know you and start to recognize you. Some of the downfalls, it often has an inconsistent reach. Some of the groups can feel crowded, and in my opinion, it's starting to feel a little scammy Facebook, but I mean, it's like everybody's advertising everything. There are fewer younger users. It is known as, I can't remember what my daughter had said, but something to the effect of it's for old people. So, and the content lifespan can be short. So once your post gets out there, it's not necessarily going to stay out there. But if you enjoy the writing, storytelling, or connecting through conversations, then Facebook is Facebook can be quite powerful. But yeah, and don't forget, Facebook is still powerful, even though that myth of Facebook is dead. It can still be quite powerful. I still post on Facebook, and I still get conversations on Facebook. And many people are already comfortable on Facebook. They already know what it is, and that comfort is a strength. And you can reassure your customers that comfort is a strength. All right, let's talk about Instagram. Instagram blends the visuals and storytelling. So you get the storytelling of Facebook, but it's a lot more visual. It's kind of like that pretty place. And yeah, don't forget, it still doesn't need to be perfect. Nothing needs to be perfect. So just get that content out there. Some of its strengths. So your reels, your Instagram reels can attract a lot of new audiences. If you're a teacher, carousels can let you teach clearly, and profiles can build trust quickly. But it is very competitive. It's very easy to overthink your aesthetics. And reels can take a bit more editing. But once you're used to them, which is stuff that we're going to cover later on, once you're used to them, they can be quite simple, and especially with some of the tools that we're going to be using later on in the roadmap. But if you like visuals, quotes, carousels, or a mix of video and graphics, it's a great place to be. All right, TikTok. TikTok is simple, it's fast, and it can be experimental. TikTok can be very forgiving. It's great to start out with because your post, I mean, it might sound odd, but your post, if it falls flat, no one's going to see it. So it's very forgiving, right? So don't even worry about it. Just get it out there. Some of its strengths, you can grow quickly. It's very beginner friendly. The algorithms don't necessarily need you to be on forever. If you get a post that connects, it will still push you out. The key is getting that post that connects. So even if it's your first post, you have the potential to go viral. And it's low pressure. Again, very, very forgiving. So if your content misses, it misses. Nobody's going to see it anyway, so don't worry about it. And it's also great for faceless content. So using the AI twins, using text on screen, you can do a lot of different varieties of posts. And obviously, depending on your audience, any one of them can resonate. Some of the downfalls. So now I did mention the short lifespan as a positive, but it can be a downfall too. So if you do get a post that connects, it's not necessarily going to keep connecting. So even if you get a viral post, that post, once it's done being shown, it's not going to keep showing it. Has a weaker audience loyalty, so it is harder to build that loyalty with your audience. You don't generally build conversations like you do with, say, Facebook or Instagram. And the trends move quickly, so it's very trendy. So something that worked this month might not work next month. So you need to be on top of that and what your audience is looking for. But just remember, one trend that works for one creator might not work for you because your audience is different. Everybody's audience is different. So you just need to keep an eye on kind of what's working and what's not working, and just stay willing to change, willing to update that. Again, you don't need to dance. You don't need to lip sync. You don't need to keep up the trends. You just need to pay attention to your audience. YouTube is my favorite. But it's an authority platform. So this is where you can build deep trust and relationships. Essentially, you get to be in front of your audience a little bit longer with long form videos. It can be intimidating, but again, don't let that stop you. Once it's out there, it's out there. If nobody sees it, essentially, if it's not good, nobody's going to see it because it's not going to get pushed out. So don't worry about it. If it is good, people will be able to find it. Some of its strengths is evergreen content. YouTube is one of the most searched. It's considered, it's considered the second biggest search engine. So if people are searching for content, and I'm sure you've noticed this before, if you're searching for something on Google even, YouTube videos come up everywhere. So it's great for that. Once you get connection, it will start showing up. It's fantastic for doing tutorials and teaching. If you're that kind of person that likes to teach stuff, show what you're doing, all of that kind of stuff, YouTube is fantastic. And it builds that trust. Again, it helps, especially if you're doing those long form videos, it helps get you in front of your audience longer so they can see you and get to know you. I did hear a stat, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but something makes me think 200 minutes. It takes your customer 200 minutes of seeing you to start to build that trust. And YouTube is a great way to start to build that. Some of its downfalls, it is a higher learning curve. When you are talking about doing the long form videos, you need to add B-roll, you need to add text, there's so many different things you can do with the videos. Usually it requires a little more editing. Again, we will be going through this later on, how to shortcut that kind of stuff, because I'm a big fan of shortcuts and tools to make things easier. Titles and thumbnails do matter. So you do need to put a little bit of research and make those thumbnails and your titles count. But if you enjoy teaching or explaining contents like I do, it's a great place to be.
It's no good.
Did you have a question, Wes? Or?
No, sorry.
Oh, okay, sorry. All right, so Pinterest is the last one that we're going to talk about. And I'm just talking about these 5 because they're mainly the 5 that I use. There are a few others. I mean, there's Snapchat, there's LinkedIn, there are quite a few others. I just don't personally use them, so I can't really say much about them. But Pinterest is another quiet, evergreen platform. So if you're camera shy, it works great. It's based on photos. You can do videos, but it's mostly based on photos. So if you don't want to be on camera, it's fantastic to do posts and stuff for that. It has a long content lifespan. So again, it's evergreen, which means it stays there forever. So if people are searching, it is also a great search engine. So if people are searching for stuff, doesn't matter if your content was made yesterday or if it was made 2 years ago. It could show up depending on what they search for. You might find if you do, say, Christmas themed post, you might find during the Christmas season that post is going to get more interaction. So next season it might pop up again. And so you do get that evergreen content, but it is slow. Pinterest is very slow. One mentor that I had mentioned something like it takes Pinterest 8 months to think of you as serious and really start pushing them out. So that is definitely a downfall. There isn't very much conversation. People don't generally comment on Pinterest posts. They don't generally, so you're not likely to start a conversation. There isn't the DMs, there isn't anything like that. So that is a downfall there. And it does work best with volume. So if something isn't getting seen, it won't get seen. But if it is, it will grow. So it is harder to get something going. But if you do prefer that faceless, low pressure content, it is a great place to go. And for me, now that I'm getting content out, I just generally repurpose it to Pinterest just to, I mean, it's just getting out there and it's building it. Nothing's gone like huge or anything, but it does get it out there. And I have gotten a few followers from it. So with things that I'm going to teach you later with scheduling and stuff, it is really simple to just post on it. So that can help you build it. Okay, so we want to talk about, again, posting consistently. I think most of us already know consistent is the best way to grow. So if you're not posting consistently, you're not likely to grow your platform or channel. So you want to pick your consistency. Most platforms do prefer, and most people do recommend 3 posts a day. But it is ultimately what you're going to do and what you're going to stay consistent with. So if you're only consistent, if you can only do 1 post a day, then do 1 post a day. The key, I want you to get consistent for at least 3 weeks, ideally 30 days. Choose your one platform. No best style. There's only any style that gets you posting. Again, doable, get it done. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be done. Next week, we're going to talk a little bit more about different styles of posts and things like that you can use. But some of the ones that I like and use are text. There's obviously talking videos, face to face, voiceover videos, faceless videos, or a hybrid of all of them. But choose the path that feels doable even on your worst day, because we still got to get there and we still got to connect and make it happen. Don't forget to be honest. Honest with what you're doing with your content. Be honest with yourself with what you're going to be capable of doing. I know we all want to, we all want to strive. We all want to do those 3 posts a day or, whatever we decide on. But if just be honest with yourself. And if you know you can't do 3 posts a day, or if you're not likely to do them, start with 1. And again, this isn't forever. This isn't what you're going to keep doing. This is just for 30 days to get comfortable, to get consistent. And don't worry about choosing the wrong platform. You can always switch. Nothing in this world is permanent. Okay, so I have put together a couple of tools. So I have the Clarity worksheet. And of course, we all know how much I love my custom GPTs, so I also put one of those together. So let's take a look at the Clarity worksheet. Let me pull that up here, and we'll just talk through that really quickly. I might have had this pulled up before, but of course, there it is. Okay, do we see the Clarity worksheet now? Or is it still on the slide?
No, I see it.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so just things to reflect on and think about. Where do you naturally spend the most of your time online? Are you a Facebook browser? Are you an Instagram browser? Are you a TikTok browser? Because it does help with whatever platform you're choosing. It helps if you use that platform as a user. The algorithms, the platforms will push more of your content if you're actually using the platform. Which content type feels easier for you right now? Again, if you're not comfortable making the content, you're not going to do it. And then you're not going to be consistent. So you want to think about what feels easiest for you. How much time a day do you realistically have for content? Again, be honest with yourself. Make sure that it is something that you can do consistently. How comfortable are you being on camera? If you're not comfortable being on camera, you're not going to make that consistent content. So you want to consider that. What platform feels the least overwhelming today? And where does your ideal customer spend the most of their time? So that's something you want to think about. So think about each platform, what you like about it, and what concerns you about that. And then think about your natural communication style. Are you a writer? Are you a talker? Are you a teacher? Designing? A mix? And then what fits you best and why that feels right for you. And once you make your decisions, just make a note of that. And just to just use it to measure yourself. Did you show up? Did you overthink it? Did you follow the system? Did you get those 30 days completed? So for this week, make sure you have your profile with whatever platform you choose. Make sure you have that, your profile with your link that we created or that you have created. Follow 3 to 5 people that you like and respect on that platform. Find content that resonates with you, and just engage and take a look at those content creators. Screenshot 2 to 3 content ideas that you like. And then next week we can talk about how to recreate those if you don't know how to recreate those already. And then get your content ideas drafted. Next, let's take a look at our ChatGPT prompt. Okay, we should see ChatGPT on the screen now. Yes?
I do.
Yes.
Excellent. Where is my bra? There it is. So I have linked this in the community. So this is the content creation or the choose your content platform. So this GPT will help you go through essentially what we talked about in that workbook. So let's help me choose my platform. So again, this is my chat GPT, so it's likely going to give a lot of my answers and base it on what I have. So what's your current intention? So do you want to grow your audience? Do you want to get your first client? Test a niche, build consistency. So let's just say we're going to build consistency. All right, so now what type of content feels easiest? Writing, speaking, or showing up on video? Let's say writing. Excellent. Okay, what level of visibility feels most comfortable for you? So not many personal text-based with occasional photos or high visibility. Let's do high visibility. So I'm just going to type in 3. Excellent. Okay, so which of these energetic styles of writing? So do you like short, quick posts, medium length storytelling? Let's say medium length for this example. Okay, when you picture showing up daily, what feels more sustainable to you? Let's say a blend of both. How much interaction feels sustainable? I like engaging, so I'm going to say high engagement. Now, these questions might vary when you're going through the prompt because it will ask the questions based on what your answers are. So it will guide you through. So these questions will be different every time you run it. So what's typically gotten in your way? Let's see. For me, my biggest issue, it's always been losing momentum. It's always that I miss one day and then it's like, oh, well, I missed yesterday. I might as well miss today. What's another day going to hurt, right? So you lose that momentum. But at least that was one of my biggest struggles. All right. Which environment feels most supportive? Fast feedback, slower, deeper feedback, or either? I think either for me is fine. Let's try that. So here's our summary. Like, okay, yep, that looks good. Okay, does it feel true? And I think it feels true, but if there's anything you want to adjust, now would be the time, but let's just say yes. Okay, so it's recommending I go to Instagram. This is why. And then it's going to give me some suggestions on some content styles to use for the next 30 days. So it's telling me to post 4 feed posts a week plus 3 to 5 story days per week. Tells us why that works. And then it just summarizes what we did that. So now you can continue on with the prompt to start creating content, or you can go back or do whatever you like with it. So that is our prompt. So I love it when you guys get a chance to try it out for yourselves. Throw me a comment in the community. Let me know how it works for you.
I was trying it out this morning, but since I'm on the free, it only let me go so far, so I gotta wait till 11:30 my time to reboot it. But I was really impressed on how it's, because I'm literally just talking to the Chat GPT, and it's like, oh, this is good. This is good to know. Since you're already doing this, it makes it easier for this. So that was, I like the feedback that it's given me. So I
That's
can't wait
awesome. Yay, that excites me. I love it. Love it. All right. So yeah, here's just your decision. So pick your platform, your style, why you chose them, what you plan on posting, and when you want to revisit. Did you show up? Did you overthink? Did you follow a system? Did you complete at least 80%? So yes, so this is your commitment for the next 30 days. Again, this is just some place to start. If you're already doing things consistently, just keep going the way you are. But if you're not and you want to get that consistency built, this is a great place to start. And again, no wrong choices. This is just a starting point. All right, so just a couple things to make sure we have done. So make sure you have your content styles start that 30 days. Make sure your link is in your bio. Your bio becomes your basically your storefront. So this is where people come to see you. If they see a video that they like and they want to click on your bio, make sure that's telling them who you are and what you do and how to get a hold of you. You want that link in there so they know where to find you so you can move on to the next steps. Make sure it's clear, make sure it's simple. For a profile photo, make sure that is clear and easy to view. And then, yeah, throw in the comments a couple of your posts. Yes.
Yeah. What happens if you cannot do your link still on your TikTok because you haven't got enough followers? Like I only have 168 or whatever it is.
So in that
more than
case,
before I can get a link.
yeah, you need 1,000 to put a link in like the clickable link, but you could still put the link in your bio. So instead of the clickable link,
Just do it manually?
Just type it into your bio manually, www. So they won't be able to click on it, but they will be able to copy and paste it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's not ideal, but it's something to work with, right?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. Perfect sense.
Perfect. All right. Well, that's it for today. Do we have any other questions on what we chatted about? Or comments?
To ask about YouTube. So I repurpose my stuff to YouTube. I'm trying to do it to where I'll repost my TikTok lives there, but then I'll also put my videos there from TikTok as well. But I see how you do yours, and mine look messy because I don't have that cool stuff that you edit it so well that all they get is just my live. I don't put anything in it and whatnot because I don't know all of that yet. So do I continue? So I've been really sloppy on YouTube. I'll go in there and I'll post here and there. I'm not really consistent on that like I am with my TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And I just use my stories mostly on Instagram to post to my Facebook because I really don't know how to post there. I figured it out the other day, but I'm like, okay, how did I do that? I want to post again. So I'm learning different avenues, but I don't want to overdo it because that's a lot of posting because I don't have the one that I'm pretty sure you use, the Repurpose.io, to where it'll just pop it out there.
Yeah, I do use Opus Clip for some things, but I actually haven't used it in quite a while. So I just put shorts. Like I just repurpose my shorts to YouTube, and then I do my long form videos. But I haven't really been doing the clips of my long form videos. So when you say it looks messy, what are you looking? Do you mean on your YouTube channel? Is that what you're?
It's just not necessarily that. It's just I don't know if it needs to look pretty after I've done my live to go in there and edit it, or just because I'm all about face value. You know,
Mhm.
I don't really want to make it look pretty. I want them to see who I really am, kind of thing. So when I'm able to learn how to do that, then I'll probably throw a little thing here and there. But at this moment, I really just want people to know who I am. I'm not
Yeah.
fancy. I mean, I want to be fancy, but I'm not. I've not made it there yet. I'm working on it. So yeah.
Yeah. So are you talking about your TikTok profile then, or are you talking about like, I'm not
As
sure what you're
far
referring to with your live and making it look pretty.
oh well, just I'm comparing mine to yours, and when you go in there and you have edited them and you've put pictures in them while you're talking and stuff like that, I don't have any of that.
Okay, for the long form videos, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that is done via CapCut. Yes, that's added. That
I'm learning that CapCut there.
I love CapCut. I mean,
So
that's yeah. It works so well. It has some great features and tools.
I'm working on it. It doesn't work great for me on the phone, but it works a lot better on the computer.
Yes, yeah. I do most of my editing on the computer. So yeah, that's another reason why CapCut works great for me. But it does work pretty good on the phone too once you get a handle on it. But it's like anything, right? Any program that you start to use, the more you use it, the better you're going to get.
Yeah, yeah.
So again, it's just getting in there and getting it done.
Right, right. Awesome. Thank you.
So yeah, so once you're ready to start doing that, I think TikTok gives you the ability to download your live.
Yeah, I can download it. That's what I've been doing. I'll download it and I will put it to my TikTok because
Right.
I've also been using StreamYard, and I can only go, which is great. I'm still learning that, and I let everybody know when I get on, I'm learning that. So I actually went live, yeah, because I usually use my StreamYard to go live on YouTube, but I did it on Facebook, and I was pretty impressed, to get, my friends were actually telling me, okay, I haven't seen you in a while, so I might be going live there, because you can't go live unless you're paying for the paid version to go on so many lives. So I usually use my phone, and I'll point my phone at my screen, and whatever one that I'm not on, like TikTok, I'll point it there and I'll go live on TikTok with my phone pointing at my screen.
Because I haven't used streaming. I mean, I typically don't go live very much, except when I'm chatting with you guys. But is StreamYard it still doesn't stream to TikTok, I believe, right? You have to do that manually.
I use my cell phone, but it doesn't show TikTok on there at all. No,
Right.
which is
Yeah.
fine
So,
because I'd rather go live on Facebook or YouTube anyways. It's a better platform because, and then I can record whatever I do there. So yeah.
perfect. Yeah. Yeah. I personally prefer YouTube is my thing because I actually enjoy doing the longer videos and stuff like that. But
Yeah, as far as videos go, um, since I'm using this as my work YouTube, you don't throw anything else in there as far as like motivation, like doing motivational speaking on the same channel that I'm doing this, or do I have to make a new channel to do motivational?
Yes, you would want a new channel to do motivational because when people come to a channel, they want to come to a channel for a reason.
Okay.
So they're going to be looking for business stuff. If they want to look for motivational stuff, they're going to look for a different channel. It's not going to be like the same thing. So, putting in the motivation into your business videos is great to add an aspect of you, but you still want the primary video to be business related for that channel.
Okay. That's what I wanted to find out. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. Instagram and Facebook allows a lot more of a mix, but TikTok and YouTube are a lot more focused. They want your content to be focused on your topic.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Nicole.
Cool. You're welcome. Any other questions on anything business related?
How many times do you post on Facebook? I've heard people in the digital growth community say post once a day between 7 and 9. And then I read on how you get monetized, and they say to post more to get monetized. And I really don't like just posting once. I like to, post throughout the day, especially if there's something going on, or, just say
Right.
good morning kind of thing.
So
So-
Facebook actually has in the dashboard, it actually has daily and weekly tasks that it wants you to complete.
Yes. That's
So
what
I
do.
would use that as a guideline, because from what I've seen and understand, it's different for everybody. So they're going to give you different things based on what they see and what your audience is. So I would recommend watching that.
Yep. I
and
go in there and I
following.
check that every morning. So
Nice.
that's what I'm using.
And it does like relevance. So it wants you to stay relevant. So at least from what I've heard and understand, Facebook isn't my full jam, so I'm not an expert, but what I've heard and understand is it does want one post a day. So it does want you to be on there and active. So
Okay. That's great.
cool. All right. Well, any other comments or anybody want to chat about anything?
Christina, did you say monetize on Facebook?
Yes, you get monetized on Facebook. You make it professional. Don't do a business, do professional mode. Switch that. Even Michelle has told us to do that as well. Just get professional mode. It's great because it shows you everything. I actually did my numbers on Monday and I'm like, wow, because it went up and they went up. And I'm like, okay, now I want to keep them up kind of thing. So it shows you everything on so go in there and make it your professional.
Yeah, so basically any platform you can get monetized on. Once you use it enough and get to their levels of what they want, they'll pay you. I think I've made like 10 cents or something from Facebook actually.
Yeah.
So yes, you want to start with getting your profile, make sure it's a professional profile. And then the more you post, the more you engage, the more stuff gets on Facebook, the higher you'll get to monetizing, and Facebook will tell you when you monetize.
Yeah, because right now mine says I'm not eligible. So I'm looking at those daily tasks to do those daily tasks to get those done, because they want you to get those done in a week. That's what you're supposed to have done in a week. So
yes, that's what they want to see from you to keep your profile active and to and yeah, it's different for everybody because everybody has different content flows and different audiences and what's actually working and not working on their channel. But Facebook wants people to use Facebook. So they're going to give you the best course of action to get seen and be seen. So yeah, I would definitely follow that because
I've heard
dashboard.
like 80, 20, 80 is your personal, 20 is your business kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't do the business stuff a lot in there, maybe once or twice a month, but that's about it because I do a lot of my business stuff is on TikTok, and then I share my reels to my stories so people will see it there. But because I just don't want to spew all of that there because people know what I do. So I'll give them little dabs and whatnot, but I like people to see my crazy life and my animals and stuff. So that'll get engagement.
That is a big bonus of Facebook. It does like that mix of business and personal. It is that storytelling. It's that people want to know you. They don't want to see you as, oh, this person's business. I mean, quite honestly, I'll hide people that are business. I'm like, yeah, I already know what you do. Ugh.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
So you're using one account only to do this.
One Facebook account, yeah. I mean, I have more than one Facebook account, but that's what I'm using. That account.
I heard years ago Facebook cringes upon more than one account. They want you to stick to one.
Yeah. Well, I forgot
how do you
stuff.
Right. So I'm like, how do you run a business and do a personal on one Facebook account? It's kind of like, huh, what?
No,
You
just
can
make it
do-
professional and share 20% business and 80% you. Still do you, and just throw your business stuff in there, and make it to where they have to question what you're doing, to where they'll have to grab your link. Don't give them the whole cow. I'm
Right,
learning.
like you said, just enough where Facebook doesn't flag you, spam you, or whatever.
Facebook is pretty
Okay.
good. It
Okay.
generally won't flag you, but your audience will. So if your audience feels like you're spammy, they're just going to stop following, stop watching, hide your posts, whatever. So you still want to keep that engagement from a personal level. So you still want to share your memes. You still want to be you, right?
Also,
But
I
then-
heard don't share posts. So if you like a post, copy and paste it to your Facebook, because if you're sharing on there, that does something as well as what Victoria had talked about, that it does something when you're sharing. So
See, I've heard the opposite. I've heard don't copy and paste, share. You want people sharing. So so that one we'd have to look into
okay.
further, but
I'll definitely check that one out then. Yeah. So I just
But
make
yeah,
sure that if people are tagging me and whatnot, they can tag me, but I don't know. So now that's a good question. I'll have to figure that one out then.
because I know for sure Facebook really as for your post getting seen by more people, if people are sharing it, that really tells Facebook it's interesting.
Oh, well, yeah, sharing that, but you're taking a recipe and you're sharing it to your page, or you're taking a funny something and your page is just all recipes and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. So Facebook really favors when somebody's sharing your post. So
Okay.
I can't imagine why they would discourage you from copying and from sharing other people's posts, right?
Okay.
So that's just the logic part of me thinking that it's probably better to share than copy.
Okay.
But at the same time, the business part of me is thinking, you know what? I want people to share my post. I don't want them sharing somebody else's post. So that's why I'm going to copy and paste it and post it into mine and hope they share. So that's the kind of greedy business side of me, right? But as to what Facebook favors, again, that's going to be part of your audience, and it's going to be, I know Facebook loves it when people share your posts, so I can't imagine them not encouraging you sharing other people's posts.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. My thoughts for what they're worth, anyway. All right, well, we have no other questions or comments. Let's wrap it up for this week. Like I said, next week we're going to talk a little bit more about content styles and things like that. And just general hello.
It will be next Wednesday once again.
Well, I was thinking I might try a different time just to shake things up, but I think I'm kind of liking the Wednesday. I don't know.
Yeah, it's more convenient for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm busy all the time. So.
Right. Yeah, it's hard, and especially when we're all involved in different communities and different businesses and stuff. It's like, okay, I have this little window here and I have this little window here.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's next week let's do Wednesday again.
Okay, great.
So I'll get that into the calendar and a little summary of what we're talking about, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you, Nicole.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Talk to you guys.